Cabbage. Do you want to watch it yourselves together? Evil Cabbage.
Yeah, okay.
Go on, type in Evil Cabbage.
All right.
And I'll tell you what it says on the video.
Yeah, wait there.
Evil Cabbage, and it's it says Rotten Bunch. And this is what I'm getting blackmailed with. They don't believe me unless I call Zach out. So I'm not calling anyone out to be believed.
Yeah, but have they discussed what you've been through? Probably not. Why do you have to...
No, they're saying it didn't happen. Listen to this clip. They're saying it didn't happen. She's a liar and all that. You want to hear it?
Wow.
So I'm not being blackmailed. I am not being controlled again, and I'm not talking about nothing. I don't want to talk about.
Remember what Sam said? Fuck off.
Exactly, that's what I mean. I was thinking, fuck yous. You know, I've kept me composure and been like, what he's on about? Because they're making.
Fuck off and fuck.
Mama tablet.
Yeah, I'll drop down so you can listen, but I'm not doing anything. I'm not putting nothing on my show. I don't give a shit.
What do you want to do?
I'm believed no matter what.
I think you have played this bit with what Top Girl said.
Fucking EQ's DV. How about that? Like, I think EQ is a manipulative bitch, right? And I question her DV. I think everything that she does is all for show, and I feel like she's done it for the sympathy vote. And yeah, about that.
Hi everyone. Can I just say that I'm with Top Girl. Matter of fact, I don't believe anything that comes out of that cretin's mouth. And for her to question another woman's DV just so that people can side with her is disgusting. But this is who you look like to watch, who you look like to follow. She's EQ. If you're listening to this, you're trash, bitch, slag, hoe, whore. Go find yourself a fucking life and stop trying to bully women and think that you can tell people what women can go through and DV. You are not a biological woman. I'm sorry. Stop acting like you know fucking everything, because you don't.
Look, the reality is, I think EQ already knew she made a mistake, because let's be realistic, she wasn't going in for Talia on her show last night. So for everyone that follows EQ, maybe watch how she's treading right now, because no one knows what Talia's going through. No one knows what EQ has gone through. And EQ was treading very careful last night, because I think she's now aware that she doesn't know. She's going for other women. Like, what? I don't understand.
Like, I'm go on, Charles, sorry.
No, I'm done. I just don't understand why we are able to sit here and question anyone's DV. The only reason I said that to fucking about EQ right now is, if you're going to come for somebody else, I can go nowhere. And you know what, how you say EQ, it's only business. It's only fucking business. So don't come for me today.
I'm going to go for Miss Red. She didn't do anything wrong with her fucking platform today.
And me
Everything always is fucking Miss Red's fault. I don't get it.
And me saying that she's not a biological woman is not trans. It's fucking facts. Are you lot dumb or stupid? She is not a biological woman. She is a trans woman. And I'm sick and tired of you trans women thinking that you don't know everything about women when you fucking don't. What the hell, man?
Do you know what? Everyone's crashing out. Like, Zach's crashing out, EQ's crashing out. Everyone's crashing out, and they're just trying to put it on, like, EQ's just trying to put it on everyone else. I feel like she was a victim of Brickstar. Same as Tally is probably a victim of Brickstar. But it's not on everyone else. It's not on Miss Red was fair yesterday. She didn't take sides. She spoke about it the best she could, but this is not the fucking EQ show. She doesn't
fucking isn't. But I'm sick of people, right?
Making it about her.
Can I just say something? I'm sick of fucking people, yeah, who don't understand things. Like, they'll fucking forgive this woman time and time and time again. Like, why are we fucking scared of this fucking tramp? Give as good as she gets. She says one thing, you say another. I've had enough of fucking pussy putting you around this cunt.
Exactly. And we're not talking about men. Obviously, yes, men's fucking DV matters and is important, but we're talking about women. So you lot just shut your
Can I just say
what? I question fucking EQ's DV.
Is that the beginning?
Yeah.
I was just going to stop it anyway. You know what, right? They all love Miss Red, yeah, because they're in this, what they call the clique, yeah? Okay, but there's no clique, yeah, it's pathetic. They're after a clout. They want the views. Without Miss Red, they have no platform. Let's not forget Top Girl was slagging Miss Red off not so long ago on my platform. She hated her. Now she loves her because she brings her views. If she had 100 viewers, do you think they'll be up? Miss Red's backside, yeah? And secondly, listen, EQ never questioned Miss Red's DV. She's never questioned it. What's all this about? Because Miss Red has come on, yeah, as a victim, crying because of what EQ had said. What has EQ actually said? She got upset at the fact that Miss Red had said, why don't you go to, talk to your abuser? Yeah, EQ has a right to be annoyed about that. Why would I go and have a conversation with my abuser, for God's sake? But I do agree she didn't mean it in that way, Miss Red. Okay? But you're now sitting there questioning EQ's DV, which makes you just as bad. So how are you sitting there questioning EQ when you're saying, because you're saying, well, that's what she's questioning Miss Red, but you're doing the same goddamn thing. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely hypocrites, a lot of them. Sew up Miss Red's backside for her views. You could just have, I don't care. I've questioned people's DV. Can I tell you why? Because they all support men that are questionable. Oh, there you go. I said it. They're all bloody goddamn questionable. And they're sitting there supporting these men. And then next minute going on about fucking DV. My DV. But wait a minute. Why are you supporting this man that has said the worst, has threatened a woman, and you're praising him, gifting him, and then sitting there fucking talking about your trauma?
And
You're
then
fucking disgusting them, like, to be transphobic as well, like saying you're not a real woman.
Praising men, the worst men on this goddamn app, right? And sitting there saying about someone questioning your DV. So what if it was questionable?
It's in the box, but
It is questionable. I'll call it out. You're all fucking questionable.
Angie, I just don't get it, because all them are sitting there criticising other people, saying, oh, how are you questioning other people's DV, when fucking Tori and the horrible little bitch is in the box, literally being transphobic and saying that she hasn't went through it, and she can't go through it because she wasn't a biological woman, when men and women, trans, whatever, can go through DV.
She is being transphobic because over and over again she's targeting her gender. Over and over again. She's not a woman. She's a trans woman. Why are you criticizing women, EQ? You're a trans woman. That's transphobic because you're saying she's a woman above someone that's trans. You know what I mean?
Saying, how can you?
It's the same.
Saying, how can you? Somebody said you didn't see it that way. Yes, you did. You basically said you're not a biological woman, so how can you talk about like women's things?
Being transphobic, touring constantly over and over again, or constantly targeting her gender. She is not a biological woman, and
I feel like Miss Red's got exactly what she wants. She's come on this morning for 5 minutes, crying her eyes out, saying she's going to be back in 10. Now everybody's talking about her and why she's crying. Yeah, and everyone's talking about it. Sorry, Lindsay, I didn't mean to cut you up.
Oh, no, it's all right. It's disgusting, I think.
Exactly what they're saying EQ has done. Now, I didn't watch EQ last night, so I don't know whether she said it. She said she hasn't. However, I didn't watch it. But if she had, they're doing the exact same thing. So there you go. So what are you crying about?
I feel like it's a massive deflection to not talk about the situation with
They
you.
love Miss Red. They love the views. They have nothing without her. And they know
And why are you
Hello,
people
Angie. So I was obviously speaking on the situation because Miss Red had said that at this stage you just need to all get on a phone call together, and I was outraged, and I joined the box and I said, I can't believe you're advising that I should go, because at this moment in time, Angie, remember, we don't know whether Talia is a victim or a perpetrator with him of my abuse, because we don't know, do we? So, to even suggest I should go on a call with these people, when the night before in your box, she was going, oh my God, so I'm not going to call somebody up on that stage, you know what I mean? Becca has said that she's reached out. I haven't asked for any communications whatsoever, you know what I mean? Because, I've gone through my own shit. So, Miss Red, off the back of that, I said, and as for Miss Red, I said, I cannot believe that you would even suggest that. I said, and plus, I said, let's not forget that you have backed Rickster at one stage on your platform just because you'd fallen out with me, you know what I mean? And I think I said something, it was in reference to what I was talking about. I didn't say I'm questioning. It was so that makes me actually question, and I can't remember the right words, but I can find the clip or something, but it wasn't malicious or anything. I was talking about what she'd done, how she made me feel, so as somebody who's been through it yourself, wouldn't you understand? So that makes me question. That was what I was saying, you know what I mean?
Oh, same with me. I question all of them.
EQ.
So I didn't cry at anybody, you know what I mean?
I've heard Ray when she's fallen out with EQ before saying, "Oh, justice for Rickster." So why is people not talking about that?
I don't live in the past, the comments. Let's not forget this. No, I haven't forgot. I've made an unreserved apology in the national newspaper, love, so I couldn't get any more clearer than that. It's not like no one's going to see it because I'll send them to it. I'll put the link in my bio from now on, and I'll say, if anyone after an apology, click the link in my bio. I don't live in the past, so I'm not going to be dragged into it no more. You know, I've gone through hell being dragged into the past, and I'm moving forwards. I've not said nothing vile. I've not said anything that Zach said. It's nothing to do with me. I didn't do it. You know, I don't have to jump on a campaign of hate towards somebody because they're demanding they won't believe me abuse story otherwise. So they can all bugger off. Sam Walker, I'm in a gang with Sam Walker, and that's the end of the story.
How you do? You're right.
Hello, AJ.
How you doing?
Angie's gone now.
No, like arguing. Like I know me and you have had back and forth in the past, but I actually do like feel for you. Like
It's Bradley, everyone. Yes.
But my opinion, like what we just listened to that recording, because you tagged me into it as well. What Top Girl and Torian said, and I get the words were not very nice, but we all know what you do and what you
I
are
don't do
capable of.
anything, though.
No, in regards to creating stories,
No, I don't do anything anymore.
Come on, let's cut the crap. Come on.
No, it's not crap.
What's that got to do with what Rickster's done to her? That's nothing to do with Rickster.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying that's why
I'll have to
people
do
are
something to
questioning it,
disprove, and I've not done
that's why
anything,
people
AJ,
are
so you can't keep
questioning
dragging
it.
me into the past all the time.
I said it
That's
yesterday,
why
I'll
people
say
are
it
questioning
again.
it.
Yeah, but I
isn't
know that
about
reason, but
EQ.
I can prove myself, you know what I mean, by carrying on doing what I'm doing.
Chelsea, it isn't about EQ, it's about Chelsea Harwood. EQ hasn't gone through the abuse, Chelsea has.
Yeah, it's me
People that
content
have-
on here that I've changed, but my real life, that really happened, didn't it?
Exactly, but people are holding you for EQ. You
Yeah.
can't forget about that, it ain't about that, it's about you, Chelsea.
Oh.
AJ, why are you saying that people are questioning it because of what EQ?
Because of we know what she creates storylines. We know the depths she
anymore,
will go
honestly,
to
not
create
anymore.
these storylines.
That's got nothing to do with it.
So have they. So has Miss Redline.
But what's that got to do with anything? Because we live through it as an audience together, and there's other ladies. So my content's different to what I went through in real life, and people are just dragging me into like the past when my content's changed, and I've not disproved it. I've not been bad. I've had the worst things said to me, and I've literally just kept to the FYP. You know, so that's I'm doing everything.
AJ, what you're forgetting is I've got many phone calls that I've had with Rickster when he has manipulated me, saying that I'm going to go to jail for the things I've done to him to silence me. You've got to remember, I've got loads, so that's.
Oh yeah,
why
I'm not
do
questioning
believe-
this situation at all. Like,
AJ, I do believe EQ because it's not just me; it's happened to other people. Do you get what I'm saying? So
I'm not questioning this situation. It's not the situation that I'm questioning.
Yeah, we all know the reason why people are not.
Yeah. Do you understand the point?
I already know I'm not deluded, you know what I mean? But like, I'm proving myself day by day. I put an apology in the paper, love, an unreserved apology, and I'm going to put the link in my bio. But I'm not going to keep apologising for the rest of my
But
life.
for me, do you know the way I see that, EQ? I see that you've got some friends in the Liverpool Echo or whatever, and you've said, "Hold on, I've got a story. Come on." And it's pally-pally.
It wasn't.
It's not
I tried to get the
like a
tally stuff in
mainstream
there.
national newspaper. It's just like, come on.
No, but you're not understanding. So they double bluffed me. I swore I'd never give them an interview quite publicly a few years back. And the only reason I did the last one was to help the lady who got sacked from a job because of me being trans, if you remember. So they've never had an interview. So I rang them and I was telling them all about what was going on online, because obviously we hadn't heard anything what was going on with Talia before this point. So I was phoning up out of sheer being harassed up. They contacted me ex, they were abusing me, they were trying to so I wanted to shine light on the fact that this is apparently Brian May's goddaughter. But they were asking me questions, and because Talia had made a comment in one of the videos saying, "You've got your karma," and that's why they went on to talk about karma. So if you look, the key words are things that she says in the video, but they robbed an interview. So now I'm going to use it to my advantage, and it's now not nationally, then it's in a paper anyway, a newspaper, you know what I mean? So then I shouldn't have to apologise for the rest of my life when I'm actually not doing anything wrong anymore. If I go back and revert, you can all go, ha ha ha. But I feel, AJ, that everyone's goading me to try and be the one to go, ha ha ha, look, told you. But I'm literally, I'm everything I said, I'm on my medication, everything. I feel much better, and I still yabber on, but it's like I'm on speed.
Evil Queen. I feel like obviously now you're on your medication. I feel like you've become a much better person, and I'm on medication for my mental health. And obviously, when you're on medication, it kind of changes your emotions to things. And I think this medication has made you be more open-hearted? Because honestly, you're an all right person, EQ, and you are literally, these people are fake, EQ. You're a really clever woman, and you already know this.
And I know everything that AJ's saying. It's because I think AJ's intelligent like me, so he's always having to constantly explain to everybody what he actually means. But I already know all these things. I know it's going to take time.
It's not even AJ, though, EQ.
Yeah, I know I'm only addressing AJ because I consider him an equal match with my intelligence from
It's
the way. Let me talk to AJ, please.
EQ, can I just say quickly?
Oh my God, AJ.
Sammy, just let EQ have a say.
So everything you're saying, AJ, because I know it's frustrating for AJ because he's quite intelligently minded like me, the way he puts himself across and the way he thinks, his thought process. So, like, I know all these things already. I already know, and I am actively just trying every day. I haven't snapped through all of this hell of a month, and and stuff, and yeah, I can only carry on doing what I'm doing. But these people just want to keep going back to the past. But if we want to highlight the past, we've got to remember that every single one of us have done things. Maybe not the viewers like AJ or whatever, but as creators, everybody's been in a scandal or two. And I'm not doing it no more. And I was only doing the comedy routine, but it spiraled out of control, and it overtook actually me as a person. And now I'm showing a lot more. But I'm not going to be weak anymore. I'm not going to keep begging. Oh, please believe me. I'm not interested anymore. People who watch me know, and that's. But I know everything already.
No, but EQ, I really hope you've seen past Talia's GCSE drama. Like, I really hope you've seen past.
But they want me to use my platform. So if I've made the faux pas, I didn't have time to think, and my rationality wasn't thinking because I was leading with emotions. Don't care what anyone believes. That this is it, how it is. So if I would have had longer to think on it, then I would have took the parts out of the call that I did the next day, where I showed where they were saying yes, she was manipulated, yes, she did it, because that was the point. But because I rang my dad, and I was in the shower and I was listening to this call, and the intention of the call was not to even know any of this. It was because we thought it was a setup, like in some degree, that they were trying to bait us to get, and they were going to manipulate another call because they've been putting all these recordings up from back in the day from an old phone they found. So we were just covering our backs, and I'd never spoken to them, but like Talia and Becca had some form of friendship before she got with Ricky. So they already, I'm sorry, not to drive these type of things to have a drink. Hold on, 2 seconds. So they already had a relationship. So she reached out to her because Talia reached out to her. The initial message came from Talia saying, please, can you call me, blah, blah, blah. It was a nasty message, though. The messages are out there. It wasn't a nice message. So I said, well, ring up, make sure you back yourself, though, because they'll tell a whole load of lies about you. They'll say you've turned on me and everything. So make sure to record. So she recorded the call, and then she was gone for about an hour. I was in the shower because I was getting ready for work. This is the point. So I would wash my hair and everything. I had to dry my hair a lot. So that takes time, but I've got like a regimented routine in what I do. So, I start my makeup at 16 minutes past, and at 42 I go, so it's just the way my brain works. So I didn't have time. In that hour that I had to try and overcome emotions and things that I'd been through, and stuff. And, the next day, I'm in the same mindset of all of yous because you weren't in the emotion that I was in. I thought, oh my God, he's not with her at the moment. He's in Birmingham. She's in London. This has just been told now. I phoned the police. I contacted my dad. I put even the voice message when I was arguing with my dad saying, what are you on about? Don't believe her. And you can hear. So I've got everything. So it wasn't done out of vengeance. We didn't even expect that to happen. And when Becca sent to me, it was a 26-minute call. So I'd spent 26 minutes listening to that as well. I broke down in tears, out the shower, because I thought, oh my God, he's been doing it to her. So I then thought to myself, well, this is not her fault. And in the text message I'm saying to her, she's like, I'm so sorry for all I've done to you. And I said, don't even think about me. You're in so much danger, and you put me in so much danger as well now, with obviously coming for me. But that's by the by. And the conversation is very frantic if you read it properly, but everybody's just cherry picking, trying to take themselves. But you've got to factor in the human emotion here. You can't just look at it as in you put someone in danger. I didn't even believe that I'd been through abuse properly until I realised I was being re-abused for the last month, ever since I split up with Jack, because that's what men like him do. I was weak, so he got in, and then I was at the point where I thought I was going to be killed. You know what I mean? I was frightened in my own home. I didn't leave the house or anything. I wasn't eating or that. So, you've got to factor in the human emotion. You can't just imagine somebody's just told somebody and you have time to think about it. And it was why I go live at 8, because I've still got to produce myself. Otherwise, people think something's wrong with me. And I was being attacked at the time. I couldn't not come on, you know. So I made the decision to use the time to alert thousands and thousands and thousands of people to put eyes on Rickster. We know who you are. You are, and he wouldn't be able to go there because then she could have phoned the police then. And I don't know, then it spiraled everywhere and I've had an opinion, but nobody is factoring in how I felt and my human emotion with 1 hour to spare. And I phoned multiple people. Gracie's got messages. Everyone's got, Canadian Angie can verify. I phoned the police. You know, has anyone ever pressed bloody 101 before? And before you actually get to speak to someone, that took me time as well. So I literally had no time and nobody is factoring in my human emotion in this.
I feel like you're letting your emotion cloud your judgment though.
No, I couldn't have thought like that in the moment afterwards. I think like all of yous, and I should have thought about it, the risk that I put it in, but I didn't think at the time because I didn't have enough time to think, and I was running on emotion only because of, obviously, I thought there was another woman in danger. I wanted to save her, you know what I mean? So, like, I wasn't thinking like just use normal people who can take yourself out of the situation and go, well, you should have done this. I've never been through anything like this before, and I didn't even realise that I had been abused properly until I've come out the end of this and got back into real life. And I'm not justifying myself to you. It is what it is. If you don't believe me and you think I should have done different, then I'd love you to be in the situation when it's your abuser. It's not just somebody saying, I'm getting abuse with a stranger that you don't really know. This is my abuser, and nobody is there. But I don't even care. I'm not getting wound up by you anymore. Thank you so much to those who actually understand where I'm coming from. And anybody else, I don't care. I'm getting on with my life. I'm not living in the past.
Do you remember Sam's video, man? You know.
Yeah, I've made an unreserved apology. If you just don't take it, I don't care. I'm catering for my audience. And anybody who wants to, you know, see for themselves, maybe you don't even have to say anything about me. Don't even have to come in my life, but just sit on the outside. And actually, I'm proving myself day by day. And I don't need to prove myself to anybody but myself. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. And I'm not...
Is that what these losers think? Oh, not you.
Exactly.
Not you guys.
No, not all of these, but obviously the ones who are saying this are the ones who are trying to, who hate me, extremely hate me. So why should I care about them when the people who matter are in my life already? Or I'll meet them as we go.
Down. That's all they want to do.
Can I just say, with ADHD, you hyperfixate on things and you do, things go through your brain 100 miles an hour. So, yeah, she was thinking in the moment, oh my God, I've got to get this out there. I've got to help her. You know what I mean? Things like that, they do. Evil Queen's brain is probably trying to...
You know what, Sav? If in that call it would have been... If she would have said he's here right now, I would never have done it because rationality would have then overtook the emotion. So if other keywords were said, but I knew she wasn't in immediate danger. I knew everybody would then know and she'd get so much support. So people are making it malicious because of me past, and I understand that. Like AJ saying, people are going to be like that. So I'm not going to keep frustrating myself, you know what I mean? And I'm not just leaving this because, you know, you've got to understand, people don't believe this whole ADHD thing, but like, look at how fast I talk, like I'm on speed and all that.
Exactly,
so, like,
you're processing things like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, so I'm not going to torment myself anymore. I spent a month being tormented by him, and I'm not going to let people abuse me again. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
And can I say, Buntorian?
The last week,
no, I don't even care to name call them. Honestly, I just like that. I'll show the clips.
Hasn't been 100 miles per hour. We started.
So EQ, why do you care what anyone thinks?
I actually don't, but I wanted to say my final thing. You know what I mean, type of thing, because like obviously you can get wrapped up in it, and I'm still obviously coming out of the cycle of being under that type of spell, and it's only been like 24 hours, so I think I fell a little bit back into over justifying myself when I've got my own platform, and the people who care about me already know, and I don't need to prove abuse, and I don't need to slag people off in order to be believed. No, I'm believed no matter what, and I'm not being bullied and persecuted and told to do things on my platform no more. So if you've got any complaints, courtesy of Sam Walker, you can contact him, loves. Goodbye, love you all.
We love our queen.
Can I just say one thing also, because I know people are going to say, oh, but you know, like you have AJ, like the EQ said this about you, Ange, that, but I see EQ in a different light now. Do you know what I mean? She's changed. She's not the woman she used to be. Okay, number one. Number two, you know, I think sometimes you've got to take her with a pinch of salt, because she does react to things. So do I, and I say things, and I can be hateful at times, and I don't mean it. I don't think EQ means half the things she says when it's, you know, when she's reacting in anger. You get what I'm saying? And
can I just say, on my
made in Angie season EQ now, do you know what I mean? She acts like this tough woman on TikTok. She is a strong woman. However, you know, even though she's a strong woman, I think off TikTok is a different story. Do you know what I mean? I think she's this big softie, you know, and you know, she has feelings.
On my story, on my profile picture, there are the numbers for the domestic violence helpline for Scotland, Ireland,
TV, just in
the
case
UK, and for men. There is a helpline for men.
The thing is, Angie,
Guys, can I also say I've had opinions on EQ. Believe me, I have. Have I not, Linz?
yeah, it just had opinions on me, you know.
Back and forth, and you know she'll play my videos, and I'll be like, "You bitch." So don't ever think, "Oh my God, EQ's manipulating me," in any way. I have my opinions. I've just seen another side to EQ, and I believe everything she said that she's been through.
I don't think it's that she's changed. I think she's like, I know people are taking the pee out of her, keep saying I'm on medication.
Yeah,
the medication has just helped her try and control it a bit.
I think
and like she said, EQ, Evil Queen, was an act.
Yeah.
The
She
thing is,
doesn't do
Angie,
that anymore.
Angie, the thing I was saying is, like, earlier, like, you and AQs went back and forth, like, but the thing is, with the difference between AQ is she'll have a say on you and then she'll move on, not like the other side where they literally do live after live after live.
Yeah. And she might talk about me, you know, a couple of times that she goes live, but she don't do 24-hour lives on me. It's not like a hate live where she opens her boxes, but I've got this hater, that hater. That's what they do. And that's what you've got to understand. I always take, EQ, regardless of what she says about me. She might have opinions about me that are not going to be so nice next week. I don't know. But I take it with a pinch of salt because you don't open boxes up where everyone's going at me, you know, and that's the difference.
That's what I like about you and AQ, though, Ange. Like, even if you're the friends, that you like say something like what you don't agree with, and she'll do the same with you. I think that's just like being real. Yeah. Where them side
might be arguing, you know what I mean? Because she's got an opinion, or I've got an opinion. That's all. It's the FYP. I'm going to have my opinions.
I'd rather have someone have an opinion on me, say their piece, than smile to my face and stab me in my back.
All right, I'm going to drop. Do you want to give my predictions for the next couple of months, Angela?
Go on then.
You will regret saying that. EQ will come for you. What was that bird?
I might go for EQ.
What was that bird called that Jack was with?
Rosie.
Rosie. She'll also regret giving Rosie a platform because she basically signed, sealed, and delivered a platform to her. She'll regret doing that.
I disagree because I haven't heard about Rosie, to be honest, and to be fair, in the last.
I don't think Rosie's really into like the TikTok thing.
I think she is. She was speaking to Dave in TikTok, and I was listening to Canadian Angie's live, and every TikToker that was mentioned, she knew who it was.
No, she was like telling Jack not to do the live with Rickster and stuff, like, and that's before she like sort of made up with like AQ. I think AQ would say like a few bad things on her or something like that, but she was still advising Jack not to like do this so-called exposure live. Do you know what I mean? So I think she's quite level-headed.
That's my predictions.
Hey, Angie.
No, your predictions are poo. They're not going to come true.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Hi, Angie.
I think I just invited her on accident again. Sorry, Canadian Angie.
Oh. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, good job.
This is like all messed up. Like, I'm 5 hours behind you guys, so I'm still catching up with all of this stuff. And it seems to me like you're all like all tit for tat when someone did this to me and bullied me. And is anyone really taking into account what's going on here?
How many? My fault.
No, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying like everyone's up here like saying, well, you know, I just had to hear a man saying he's going to booyaka someone in the face.
Who said that? Oh, what do you mean? Are you talking about who said that again, AJ?
Like, this is just like disgusting to me. I think a lot of people.
Zach said that.
Yeah, a lot of people here that are creators or streamers or going live are probably extremely triggered by what's happening. And I'm shocked that not one creator's holding boxes to let women talk or men that have gone through DV.
We've been speaking about it pretty much all morning.
Do you know why he feels he can say that? Because he's GAY. That's why he feels he can say he can hit. He wants to be a woman.
It doesn't matter what they are.
Gay privilege.
Listen, AJ, it doesn't matter if he's GAY or straight. It doesn't matter. No one should be talked to that way or such a thing be said towards anyone that you're going to go and do that to someone's face.
Nathan, Angie, can I just say it? He said it to Alicia, right? Alicia's not an angel. She was wanting to smash mine and Angie's face in just a couple of weeks ago.
I understand that because, you know what, Linz, I get that, and it's because you guys have beef and stuff, and you get, this is a totally different thing. Like, I'm triggered today. I've only been up for maybe 2 hours, and I haven't heard everything yet. I'm extremely triggered. I will not go live tonight because I just won't. I'm not discussing what you guys are talking about. No one is talking about what DV survivors actually go through. You're all just...
And Angie, we've been speaking about all morning.
Yeah, but you're talking about it amongst creators. Like
no, I'm putting people in the boxes. I'm putting randoms in the box.
I'll set the stories in the boxes today, Nathan, Angie.
I just, maybe I've missed it. Like I said, I'm 5 hours behind you guys.
Just come on.
I just think this is not a creator's beef. I think that a lot of people have probably been triggered. I think the things that are being said from one creator to another.
You know what, Angie? I've always said, and I'll say it again: if you are triggered or affected by anything, block me. Shouldn't be on TikTok. I'm not responsible for anyone's.
No, not you at all. It's just the whole app right now.
And that's the same with every creator. They're not responsible for people's mental health, for their triggers.
100%. No, it's not you at all. It's like all over the app. Everyone's talking about it, and it's just like it's tit for tat. Like, oh, but they did this to me, so they deserve their karma, and they did this to me, and well, this is karma for them. No, it's not. There's
it
a
needed
lot
to be said.
Yeah, but Angie, it's very difficult to have that sympathy for someone that is sitting there saying that, and listen, anyone that's gone through the DV, I'll always support, but I find it a bit hard in regards to Miss Red when she came on crying this morning about it. When she's done what she's done. And, it's really hard to not have Zach's back either. When, yes, he said things he shouldn't have said. I believe he said it out of anger, okay? Maybe he does regret those words. I don't know. But we've all said things out of anger. But it's really hard to not support Zach when Miss Red done things to Zach in regards to, he had a certain person, on the platform, on Pearl's platform. That was his abuser. And Miss Red supported that. So can you blame Zach for having those feelings? And to feel the way he feels about Miss Red, can you blame him for that?
And she shared his self-harm pictures as well.
Yes,
but this is what I'm saying. It's becoming. I didn't agree with what was done to Zach. I don't agree what was done to EQ. I don't agree, Angie, with what they do to you. But it's an app thing. This has gotten bigger now, where it's like, but remember Zach and Miss, Pearl did this to Zach and this person did this to this. I think it's become a bigger monster now where I think a lot of people are triggered.
I just feel people will find out how to have sympathy for someone that's done something to them.
Yeah, but end of the day,
that same feeling. If someone came for your DV or came for you for had your abuse on the platform, I think you'd probably be wanting to
But they did go for Canadian Angie, didn't they? They went for the loss of her child.
End of the day, a fully grown man, TikToker, has come on TikTok and said he wants to hit a woman.
I think it's
but he said boyaka. That's bad.
I know, it's not like, oh, Alicia, I'm going to come and smash your face, and he was like, oh,
boyaka. It's boyaka, man. It's
in the face, like it's not a proper threat.
Yeah, but we all know
I think the word booyaka is tongue in cheek, but still, yeah, I do see both sides. It's tongue in cheek, but he shouldn't have said it.
It's the same difference of what they're doing to EQ. Like, they've got no sympathy for EQ because of the stuff what she said in the past.
Also, Angie, just because you don't support Miss Red.
Guys, can we run out of time?
Just because you don't support Miss Red, you don't automatically have to support Zach. They both cannot have any of your support. You said you supported Zach and you backed him. You don't need to do that. Yeah, you said that earlier.
I've always supported that.
But regarding this situation about about being on his team, you don't need to show your support to any of them.
Listen, I don't care. I do support Zach, and I'll tell you why. If someone had done that to me and put my abuser on a platform and then turned around and supported that and supports that person presently, I'd probably say the same thing. I'm not going to lie. I will say I would be filled with anger. I would be filled with anger when I see someone sitting there crying about their DV. Although, listen, I'm sorry that she's gone through that. I really am. I'd feel the same way.
But people are saying, why go as low? Why did Miss Red go as low by supporting Pearl, who literally platformed his actual abuser, who put him in a children's home?
This is what people are wanting. They want Zach to have some kind of support for what Miss Red has gone through when she supported his abuser.
Exactly. And he was literally at his lowest. People are forgetting he was at his lowest, wanting to unalive himself, send some graphic pictures, trying to get some help. And she shared them, and she blamed him for sending the photos. Like, why is people not seeing this? Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to drop my point of coming in here. I do understand what, Zach's been through, or Red, or EQ, whatever. My point is for all the other people in the comments, the people on the app that are triggered by everything that's happened, everything that's being said. And it's those people that are kind of like, don't have a voice, they don't have a platform. And anyone that is triggered, please reach out for help. And again, I understand your beefs on here. I'm not saying what was done to Zach is right, what was done to EQ was right. I'm not saying what's done to you, Angie, is right. And I always advocate for you all the time. I'm just saying for everyone who's gone through DV, who doesn't have a voice right now, like I said, doesn't have a platform.
I do let people into my boxes, I do let randoms in.
And I appreciate that you do that. And I think more creators should open up their boxes and let people just have a discussion with what's going on. I'm not talking about the app and everything that's happened on it with Zach. And I don't agree what was done to Zach. I don't agree with what's been done to EQ, whatever. But that's the app. For everyone who doesn't have a voice right now and is triggered, just please seek help if you have to. Don't fall into that,
The numbers for the UK, Ireland and Scotland are on my profile.
Can I just say something to you, Angie, though? And I said this before, and I say again, right? There's a lot of women on the set, right, that support men that have said the worst towards a woman. That you would probably see in someone in a DV relationship. Okay, I know it's different, and they support it. They clap, they praise, and they gift. I've seen it over and over again. I don't care what anyone says. I will question their past, because if you're supporting that, why should I support you? Why should I support you when you're supporting these men?
Can I just say, what they said? Sorry.
I just want to reach out to, again, I'm triggered today, so I can go on my platform and I can rant about it. But just for people that can't, I just wanted to say, get help if you need to talk to someone about everything that's going on and all the stuff that we're hearing, and don't fall into that trauma and relive it, or try your best not to. And that's just my point today. Again, what happens on the app is ridiculous with, we know all the stories and who said who about what and everything, but I'm just wanted to maybe be a voice for the people that are sitting in the comments, people that are watching and are being triggered, and that's it. And if you're opening your boxes to those people, I think it's great to let them vent or let them talk about their feelings with what's going on the app now.
And can I also just add to that, if you're triggered, move on. Leave it.
And Alyssa got affected. She runs her mouth every day.
Extremely triggered, guys.
Now she wants the violins.
Log off, get out of it, and just don't stay on the app. Yeah, just go on.
Don't sit there tomorrow, cam-2ing me, watching me, not blocking me, saying how I affected you and you're triggered.
It's like the good and evil Angie.
Finish and then I'm leaving. Everyone has the option to leave the app if you're being really triggered today. Just log. You can't blame the host. You can't blame the creator. What's going to happen?
I said it's like listening to the good and evil Angie. Like, you're the devil up in the corner, and you're the angel.
Piss off.
Anyway,
I'm just going to say how it is. Like it or love it. Like it or hate it. I don't care.
I think it's just like,
when you speak like a rat, you get treated like a rat.
Exactly.
Can I just say as well, it's never, ever too late to get help, to get counselling, to reach out to someone you trust and speak about these issues. It's took me 45 years to reach out to my GP and get help.
the thing is,
I
Angie,
am now going for counselling about things that have happened in my past. So please, people, just Google the number. There's helplines for all kinds of abuse.
Absolutely. But you know what I got really mad with the other day, when people were saying to me, and I don't want to bring this person up, so I'm not going to, that if a man ignores you, if a man drops you, if a man don't want to see you, it's abuse. If someone puts their arm around you, they need consent. That's also classed as abuse. SA, sorry. I'm thinking, what has this world come to? Get a fucking grip. get a grip. You know what I mean? If a man touches your leg, it's SA. What's wrong with this country? This is getting ridiculous. Seriously. How many
I think it all depends on the way it's done.
Huh?
I think it depends on the way it's done.
Yeah, but they're talking about this woman with this phone call. And the fact that he's ignored her for a few days. I understand that maybe he could be sitting there thinking, I'm just going to ignore her, you know, a bit of manipulation there and, you know, get her worried, get her this and that, blah, blah, blah. I get that. But I wouldn't call it abuse.
Yeah, ignoring someone's not abuse. It's just like playing like hard to get type of thing. If you're still, you know,
you've got to remember a certain person is also, in my opinion, right? I'm not saying she isn't going through what she's going through. Do not get me wrong. She could be in that. I don't know. However, from what I've seen, now this could be also manipulation from a person. Yes, it could be where she's acting the way she's acting, right? However, it also could be a severe obsession, right? You know, when like I can't breathe without him, and I felt that same way about my ex. He wasn't abusing me, you know. I felt the exact same way, and I think people need to, because people have that trauma, or people have that DV in their life. They've gone through it. They're like the experts. She's going for abuse because of what she's coming out with. But I came out with that, and at that time, I wasn't going through abuse. Do you get what I'm saying? The world's gone nuts, man.
Yeah, well, thank you for letting me come up in the box. Again, anyone who needs help, seek your help today if you need to call anyone or just click off this whole app and take time for yourselves. Thank you, Delusive. Have a good day. Love you.
Bye.
What do I need to educate myself on? What do I need to have been in a deep relationship myself? What do I need to educate myself on? I'm telling you, I don't give a shit about what the law is.
I think what
crazy.
I
think what it is,
the Talia thing was Rickster was cutting Talia off. He made her rely on him 100%, and then he'd walk away and
maybe, but she's not said that. She has not said that. She has said maybe he ignores her and things, and he cuts off. Maybe they had an argument. Maybe he was annoyed. I just don't know, and neither do you, but you're assuming.
I know, yeah, that's what I was meaning. I think it was assumed that that's what was going on. It does happen, you know. Again, it's like, unless she actually comes out of her mouth.
Something. My ex used to ignore me. He used to do all of that, right? He did, right? He ignored me and done all this and blah, blah, blah. But he wasn't abusing me.
Yeah, and it's like my ex before my son's father, like, I used to ignore him because he used to do me fucking head in. It doesn't mean to say I was abusing him. Do you know what I mean? You just get sick of people.
I had an obsession with him. I used to sit there saying, oh, he's my world. I dropped all my friends for him. No one else mattered but him. That was me. That was my obsession. You know what I mean? It wasn't because he was abusing me.
And you'll have been doing his head in, wouldn't you? Like, you'll have been doing his head in, so you'll have been thinking, fuck that, I'm not messaging you back, I'm not answering your call.
Exactly, because of my obsession. Where you go, what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that. Like I said, it's everyone sees things differently, don't they? You know, but like you said, you know, it was jumping to a conclusion, like, you know, assuming that's what's going on.
I'm not saying it's not true, though. I'm saying I don't know.
That's it. We don't know. Nobody knows. You know,
exactly.
Until she decides to speak out herself, Talia, no one is ever going to know. But all we can go on is what we know of Ricky's past. You know?
And I just have one thing to say about Zach. I've just about Zach and Alicia. Listen, Alicia's as bad as Zach. I've been watching it all morning, giving the back and forth, and people need to stop being so dramatic. He hasn't hit her. There are words on the internet that they're throwing at each other. Both of them are throwing threats across the platform at each other. That's all that's happening. It's words on the internet. He hasn't done anything whatsoever. If you've watched Alicia this morning, she's been as bad, if not worse, actually, throwing out threats.
Do you know what it is, Johnny, right?
Has she threatened to
Well, the thing is, I know what age you're right, like, you've all got this uproar because fucking they're like booyacking you, right? She's the worst of the worst. She makes threats of violence, whether she's a woman or not. Why does she need to get away with it? And two,
Did she threaten to hit him?
She has named his area.
But why are people not highlighting the fact that Frankie jumped in a box just a couple of months ago and went, I feel like I'm going to smash Angie's fucking face in or teeth in or something? Why is it saying what more for him? Everyone was gifting him and saying, big up Frankie, but why is people not gotten the outcry of that? Literally,
Miss Red then had him on her platform to damage control, yeah? Not me, but him, yeah? To say, to have that apology and to say, oh, well done, because of what I do on this app, what I say, because of my opinions on an app. It's okay for a man to threaten a woman. Well, that's like a DV relationship where you probably done something wrong in your relationship, yeah? Listen, but it's like, well, I'm going to hit you, or you've been smacked, yeah, because of what you've done.
And the aggression, Angie.
That's the point we're making about Zach, Angela. It's not okay.
I'm going to smack your face in because of what you said. Is that okay? That's what you're saying on this app. That's exactly what you're saying. Because of my opinions and what I say, that it's okay for a man to say, to threaten me, to want to come to my house, to want to smack my face in and all this. You're saying that's okay. Well, that's the same as a DV relationship.
Angie,
I
know you keep on saying it's Zach. He just went, I feel like booyak, and I like literally like.
He never said her name.
It's the intent.
No, Alicia has given out the area that he lives in and made threats today on live. It's recorded. Alicia actually said the area that he lives in and said, we'll see what happens offline.
So it's all right for her to indirectly threaten him, but when he just says boo, you're gonna, oh my God, it's an absolute disgrace. Piss off, AJ, man.
Calm down, Linz. Don't get an aneurysm, hun.
No, I've got
an aneurysm. What does mean anyway? I thought it meant something else.
The thing is, it can mean a number of things. To Chelsea Lee Art, it can mean between the bed sheets. It can mean you in your face. It can mean a number of things.
Right. But can we just like sort of highlight the aggression on that Frankie's voice? Like, he couldn't control himself. He was literally raging, saying, I'm going to go and smash Angie's fucking teeth in, right? If he can't control himself on a fucking TikTok app and make threats to a woman he's never even met through her opinions, what's he doing in the real life? Why is people not looking at that?
Exactly.
Says the angry little hobbit in the corner. You've been screaming for the last 10
hobbit
minutes.
in the corner.
That's the kind of life on the edge. You didn't start flirting Angie like you fucking used to before.
I didn't cop that, hun.
I'm saying, hun, you know when you went on to other people's lives and you were slating Angie, you know, Life on the Cracks live, and then now you fucking wound your way back in here.
Why have you come back in a box, AJ?
Yeah, and?
Why have you come back in a box?
Paula.
Can I also say, yeah? I mean, boyaka. What does that even mean? Boyaka,
it originates from the sound of. It originates because it was the sound of a gun.
Let me ask you a question. If you're standing in a courtroom, right? Let's get to facts now, right? So it's gone to court. You're standing in the courtroom, and it's like, he said, "I'm going to boyaka my face," and the judge is going, like, well, what does boyaka mean? Well, you can just make up anything. Well, you know what I mean? Because it's not even a goddamn word.
Exactly.
It's another form. Do you remember when everyone walked around?
This is boyaka, your face is not a threat. It's not a threat because it's not even a fucking word.
It's a slang word, and it's slang. Do you remember when everyone walked around going brap, brap for a gun? Well, yeah. Well, booyaka was another word for that, like a gun sound.
It's all right for Alicia to Doxy's area and say that something's going to happen to him.
Question. Is it in the dictionary, yes or no?
No.
No, not a word.
No.
But it's on Google.
Is it?
I think so. I don't know. Don't listen to what I say, for God's sake.
It'll be in the Urban Dictionary or something, like.
Yeah, that's it. It'll be in the slang dictionary somewhere.
You haven't got a leg to stand on and to say, "Oh, I got threatened," because if boyaka doesn't even exist. They made it up.
Well, I'm triggered because Alicia said she wants to smash mine and Angie's face in. I'm triggered. I want to call 999 Supergrass line.
Do you know what I love, Linz? That you like. Every other word in the Geordie dictionary has got effing. I'm not fucking doing this, I'm not fucking doing that. I live with the Geordie and I hear it all the time. You can't get through a sentence without the F-bomb being dropped. I love it.
What? Savage is actually right. booyaka used to imitate the sound of a gunshot.
Yep.
You were right.
What's that on Google?
Yeah.
There's the other, because sometimes they had other explanations for that word.
What does it mean in slang? Gunshot. Put a bam bam to your face.
What? No, if you put what other meanings for booyaka?
That is the only original meaning for it.
Yeah. Expression great, excellent, wicked used mainly amongst the black community, made even more popular by the likes of Ali G. It's close. I-ish black and
General Levy, Ali G, they all used it in well, the song that Ali G sings was the General Levy song, which has got the booyaka booyaka.
Yeah, you're right.
I remember that. Booyaka, booyaka.
Sound of the police.
B-O-O-K-Y-A.
Wait a minute, B-O-O-K.
B-double-O.
Y-K-Y-A.
Yeah. No. Y-A-K-A, yeah.
B-O-O-Y-K-A, yeah. A-Y-K-A.
Booyaka.
I need to write it down before I can spell it out loud.
Let me have a look. Right, so booyaka is not considered a standard English word, but it is used as an interjection primarily in hip-hop culture to express excitement, or whether this is often mimicking the sound of gun shot, yeah, often, but, you know, it is essentially a shortened version of booyakasha, which is also which is also not, one sec guys, which is also not a formally recognised word. So it's not considered a standard English word. So there you go. Case
Ali G's word. So tell CLA it's Ali
No,
G's
it was
word.
General Levy's before Ali G. He done that song.
CLA.
Oh, it actually says here, look, booyaka is a slang for a GUN, you know, shot style type of a bam in your face type of thinking.
There you go.
However, it probably won't stand up in court though, because booyaka is not actually a standard English word, unless it's in English in the dictionary. I don't know. God knows.
Well, that's like Leisha using the word fun all the time. She don't know what that means.
Oh, wait a minute, it's in there. It's in there.
She still uses it. She was the one that grew it to the app, bun this, bun that, and now she's crowing over booyaka.
Bun Alicia.
It's in the urban dictionary, actually, AJ. It's in the urban dictionary, booyaka. So it is, I suppose, a word, but it's a slang word, isn't it?
Potato,
The urban dictionary is just like slang. Up to date slang.
Patois is another whole other language.
Wow.
But there is an actual Patois dictionary. You can
And the word
look up all
bun
the
that she
words.
uses is just as bad as the word booyaka.
I think it's just the intent behind it. If he was like, right, Alicia, I'm going to come and booyaka you all over, like, blah, blah, blah. He was just saying it in jest, like, shut the fuck up, do you know what I mean? Like, they're just literally picking up.
Oh, can I just say, while I'm up in the boxes, the way Ange answers her tablet cracks me up. She holds it to her ear like an iPhone, don't she?
She smell.
Who's snoring?
Who's snoring? It's not me.
I went to sleep really quick because she spoke. Shell, you just said that.
Oh no!
Do you know what it is? I'll just pick him on Zach because
what's going
Zach
on?
does well with his platform. He's got loads of like support. He's got a good community behind.
Zach has me in
They're all
hysterics.
fucking
He is
What's
a funny
going
bloke.
on?
Well, half of them had to leech off Angie to get their fucking platform.
Yeah, 100%. I think we forget the likes of CLA and Miss Red were super fans of EQ. Miss Red was bloody Mr. TikTok. Weren't she a mod for him?
Oh, God knows.
Purple hearts in the chat for Zach,
I mean, you
everyone.
can't get no lower than bloody Mr. Thick Fuck UK, can
I
you?
can see that person. You're only relevant because, Angie, I don't claim to come on this app to have a fucking my own platform or come in here in like my spare time, like just to like do something. I don't want a platform out of anyone. I couldn't be asked to go fucking live. Angie tells us to go live all the time, and I'm like, oh, can you not just go live? Because I like boxes.
Although it's been crazy the last few days, you've seen the divide even widen even more between the two sides. It's crazy.
Lindsay,
Well,
you
I'm
and
going to
Paul are
drop everyone.
sisters?
Thank you for having me in the boxes, and I'm off. I'm going to go and get myself something to eat.
No,
What did you say, AJ?
Lindsay, you
Bye-bye.
and Paul are sisters.
Me and who?
Paula.
Paula.
Hello? No.
Oh, you
Why?
look similar.
How do we?
Just from the profile pictures.
And
Look at me
completely
chin.
different accents.
I take it them sunglasses ain't got prescription.
She's from Newcastle. I'm from North Wales, pal.
Oh,
I come from Wales, AJ. What?
I'm from North Wales.
oh, Linz, that feels a bit of discrimination against the Welsh people.
Why?
Do not discriminate.
Actually, I'm 30. In my heritage, I'm 39% Scottish. Actually,
Actually, that's fine. I'm not. I'm about 20% Irish, so